In this video, we will look at naming and formula writing for acids. We can tell we're looking at an acid by looking at the formula and seeing hydrogen in a covalent or molecular compound. So it tends to be made up of nonmetals, and hydrogen being one of the elements usually listed first. It's the presence of the hydrogen ion that makes an acid have the properties that it does. And so when we want to write the formula, what we're really doing is we're simply looking at combining the ion H+ with the appropriate anion. For example, if we want to make an acid with CO3 2-, we're going to combine the H+ ion with CO3 2-, and much like we would do with building an ionic formula, we'll do the crossover method. So the 2 comes down, and the 1 comes down, and we have H2CO3. Now this flowchart is helpful for naming acids, and we'll use our first example of H2CO3 to see how it works. What we do is we look at the anion in the formula, and when we check to see if there's oxygen. In this case, there is oxygen, and so we look at the name of the anion. So the anion CO3 2- is carbonate. We look at the ending, it ends in ate, so we change the root of this, the ending of this to ic. So we have the root, ic, and then acid. So this acid is called carbonic acid. The next example that you see on your page is HF, and I'll just use the flowchart here. So does the anion contain oxygen? No. So we build the name by taking hydro plus the root of the anion, which is fluoride, so just fluoric acid. So this is hydrofluoric acid. Okay, there's another example here with HNO3, contains oxygen with nitrate, so it becomes nitric acid. And this last one here, building the formula with sulfuric acid. We know because it's an acid, we're going to have H+ involved, so we find the appropriate anion, sulfuric or sulfurous are the two options. When we have an ending that is OUS, we know that the ending of the polyatomic ion was ite. So the polyatomic ion that we need here is sulfite. Sulfite is SO3 2-. So we cross over, and we have H2SO3. A couple of other ones here. Hydroiodic acid. It's an acid, so I know it's with H+. Hydro means there's no oxygen, so I'm looking for the element iodine, and I look at the appropriate anion for iodine, which is I-, and I have Hi. Phosphorus acid, so I'm looking for phosphite, I have H+ and PO3 3-. I cross that over, and I have H3PO3. And be sure that you do some practice, and if you have any questions, be sure to ask.